Alright, we're beating the new map on chimps. What's the catch? We're using the buff's primary expertise. Rather, I would say in most cases, it's a buff. Very simple changes, just simply the damage is up from 190 to 270, but at the expense of attack speed, 2.5 cooldown to 3. So if you want to run some very simple math, then obviously it's an overall power increase. You get, what, 40% extra damage? Because there's only cerams and mobs in the endgame for exchange for about 17% less attack speed, so I don't know about the quick math, but like 15% stronger. Now, before I keep talking about patch notes, let me get a sniper this round, because Sada would have missed that red balloon on round 8 if I didn't drop it down, because any round that is divisible by 4 is the harder round. Just quick TLDR, there are 4 different paths for every 4 rounds. You know, one round takes the biggest loop, next takes the smallest, and then the even smaller one, and then just a straight line. But at the expense of faster balloon speed if it takes the longest path, which ends up, I guess, evening out. Now, if you allow me to go back to schedule programming, so Ninja Kiwi's reasoning for this change is the expertise is gaining enough damage to allow it to continue to one-shot mobs until around 100. So that's the reason why they up the damage of it, so that due to scaling, the mob that normally is 200 HP has, I guess, under 270 by the end of the game, but above 200, which was, well, its original damage. So in a way, also sometimes more of a 1.4 times damage buff, because instead of taking 2 shots to pop them all completely, well, it's only 1. But again, like, the exact math really depends on the round coming in and what other towers you have on screen. So I'm going to try to have, like, primary expertise as the main powerhouse of this strategy slash run. Sada is a good start here, not a good finisher. I'm talking about chimps mode, but she will probably be very helpful in saving up for the 27k that this upgrade costs, especially since, well, this thing has no power until you buy the whole freaking upgrade. Anyway, Spike Factory is a good idea for this one. Just a simple 102 and smart. I'm not gonna lie though, Last Resort is gonna be an awkward map for the expertise. Honestly, an awkward map for a lot of towers, mostly because of the space that you can put stuff in. So, like, even if I wanted to, I'm not going to, like, use the expertise as mainly, like, for the, what do you call it, primary buffs. I'm gonna be using it for the damage. Even if I did want the primary buffs though, I cannot fit much, because this is probably the best placement for in this map. Otherwise, it'd have to be here. Actually, here wouldn't be bad, but then I have a bunch of other towers that can't really hit other rounds here, so that's why I have decided on here. 1 Sada Leaping Sword should beat all the leads. This is also pretty smart, I guess. If you do an outbuff, right now it will throw in Sada, but once we get the expertise, it will count as a tower that can be outbuffed, so we will be able to buff the power of that with the Alchemist that we already got for Sada in the early game. Epic stonks. But you see, the space is so bad that how many primary towers can I even fit to the left of it? Like, probably 1 or 2? Yeah, the answer is 2. I can't even get a Jungle Drums to buff itself. That's another 17% attack speed lost approximately. This is probably not an unpopular opinion, but I honestly don't like this map. Not because it's a reskin. I think, when I mean reskin, I mean like, you know, remakes, quote-unquote, of the map. So, for example, Dark Path and Park Path, they are different enough, and I guess Dark Path is cool enough or solid enough of a map. I'm talking like gameplay-wise. If we're talking about this map, I don't know. I don't like the gameplay of it, mostly because of like the annoying to fit spaces, and also because like the only place to put things is in the very, very top, but you barely see the defense. Don't you guys want to be able to see the towers? Well, you can, but probably only, well, 1/2 of it. Now, I might be able to beat this round if I don't buy anything, just by timing the Leaping Sword properly. And yes, by the way, this is not a blind border run, because I wasn't confident on expertise doing the thing. Because any of the save was gonna be annoying if I didn't drop another mid-game. I think I will need a mid-game. I'm telling you, this could have worked with better timing. Now. Nope. Oh, I know. Close turreting. Close turreting. Now. No. Last try? Nope. Now, do you think it's too early for a mob press? Probably. But I just want something useful for the late game. That's really all. The question is, though, can this really save up $27,000 now. I will have to get a stronger stimulant, because right now it's buffing just the mole press and not sod anymore. But now we got both, which should be helpful. Now, I was just feeling around, and I just realized this, or I don't know how long this has been in the game for, but when you flip the arm of the boomerang around, the portrait also mirrors. I swear that was never a thing before. At least I didn't notice it. When the hell did they add that? So again, hardest rounds to watch out for, 52, 56 are the rounds that are only the straight line. Although, thankfully, I think those are fairly easy rounds relative to other 50s, so yeah, I think we should be able to do it. Sada is getting juiced up in her leveling, so watch carefully here. Yeah, tier 4 output of Sada goes a long way. Didn't even need to use a leaping sword there. Also, contrary to the name of this monkey village here, sadly, we're not going to go for a discount. I think this will be Crosspath 520, and we can't really, again, put much next to it. And I forgot to get camo, or rather, I guess I'll just use a leaping sword this round for that. We'll have to get that later, though, for, of course, the other two primary monkeys to the side of it. And that was easy. Primary activities now. And now, watch and enjoy, as you can see 60% of the primary expertise sniping, you know, the balloons of this map. So, in terms of super buffing, I think the next obvious choice is in Overclock. Overclock, and oops, I died. This is a certified Cross Master on Workshop moment. Those who watch a lot may get the reference, but, damn. The attack speed loss definitely hurt there. Although, I think the issue is also, again, the length of the map. It's so damn short. And I guess this got pierce capped. It only has 100 pierce. I say only as if that's very little, but it's actually pretty good. But I guess for something that only shoots once every 3 seconds, yeah. I guess 100 may not be enough. I'll just go ahead and get Overclock in the front. It really doesn't matter where I put it. This round should be easy. In fact, it's better if we just leave things intact, obviously, because it has the ability to one-shot anything. Actually, no, it only has 10 damage. Well, against non-ceramics and mobs, so if it's a rainbow below, it one-shots it anyways with 10 damage, duh. But yeah, we gotta watch carefully here. It's the mullet press that kinda messes things up. Oh, I also completely forgot that I guess the expertise gains a bit more range, so... Oh no, that's because of the out buff, but this does mean I am allowed to put a third tower here that only has the expertise buff, like, when the Alk is active, so that would be, I don't know, 90% of the time, which is already pretty good, I'd say. Good to see we have the option, though. Now, let me just test for fun by using Sada's ability, I was wondering how her sword charge would work, because wouldn't it only go on the active round? But I think I saw it go on all the lanes. Wait, so you're telling me that sword charge is 4x as effective? Let me try again. Yeah. We got 4 Sada on this map, guys. It's now my favorite map, or one of my favorite maps. Forget everything you heard me say about this map earlier. It was without the knowledge of that, okay? Alright, anyway, let me think. If I want to go pure support, I guess a super glue would be a good option. And again, I die to the round that's divisible by 4. Actually, maybe just a permaspike, because that would still keep the inherent showcase of the expertise while, you know, having a solid backup. I mean, I already got a 102 down. How much more has $40,000 spent? You know what I mean? The only issue is that this thing isn't really, I don't know, it doesn't stall properly. I don't know, but I've got a decision to make, that's for sure. Hell, even for this round here, it might be scary if we're popping too much at once. Don't get pierce capped. Okay, we're good. That one-shot 76. Super satisfying. Don't tell me we're going to need... Oh, God. I almost used sword charge for that round, but we hold on. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go for it. What is... because, like, what else would I buff this with aside from the overclock? It would have to be, like, a call to arms. But at that point, that's very expensive. Oh, I also completely glossed over the fact that when you overclock the expertise, it gains an insane amount of range. Like, look at that. So that means I have the ability now get expertise buff on 4 towers while the overclock is active, which is about 75% uptime. Maybe it's worth just double dipping on a second overclock so I get permanent uptime on, you know, the 2 boomerangs or any other primary towers over the right side. But again, our current focus is this guy first. Anyway, straight buff this round for the expertise. Pun intended, because this round is a straight line. Get it, guys? So, I think I'm just gonna Sword Charge. Force just clean it up. And here comes Super Cerams. This is where I wish I had a Glue Gunner. Or Perma Spike by now. Let's see if we can hold on with the slow attack speed a bit, come on. With Overclock, it's like once every 1 IDK seconds, but much faster than 3, that's for sure. One more dollar, and we can rest easy. Attaboy. This one will be sadly, like, completely unbuffed. Not even outbuff on it, which means I do have to go for White-Out Spikes, so that I don't get wrecked by DDTs. Now let's go for some stalling. I think I want to leave this space open. Just because, you know, if I put it here, then it'll definitely land on the glue first. But rather, prioritize that over the XPs. I don't know if it really makes a difference, but whatever. I'm doing one here. Plus, this is early in the track. Also, another divide by 4 round, which I can't even see how beefy this pile is because of the frickin' frozen palm trees on this map. Yeah, this map doesn't really make sense either. Why are there palm trees in a cold and frozen area? What is this, like the day after tomorrow? So I actually could still go for Super Glue, like, even after Perma Spike, but let me see. Anything else that does less damage and can maybe shine a light on the XPs a bit more? I'm thinking. I kinda just want to double overclock for the memes and the dreams. Although, I know I said I didn't want to go for Call to Arms earlier, it'd be a dumb idea, but maybe I should go for it, because I can buff 2 towers at the same time. I was just talking about earlier that CTA wasn't that nice, because it only buffed this thing. But IDK, it really depends on where the money's at in several rounds from now. If it doesn't look like we can really afford a CTA, then maybe just a double overclock, because I'm really annoyed by the 25% downtime of this. I think DTs are also really bad for the expertise. Anyway, it's crunch time. Time to focus up here. Straight line round. So 96 is going to be one to watch out for. May arguably be harder than 98. Who knows? I might need to tank a hell of a lot this round here as well. Or, I mean, I guess the Perma-Spike hasn't had any action at all, so even though we haven't really been stalling the rounds, it has already probably made a pretty beefy spike buff, if I had to guess. DTs are really bad for the expertise, but it doesn't really matter, because again, Perma-Spike handles its weakness fairly well, I'd say. And you know what? I think I'm going for it. Looking at the money, I think we can definitely afford a CTA. I was a bit scared of this map going in, not gonna lie, but I do think it does fit the bill as an advanced map. Like, it is essentially an easier workshop, I guess, if you had to give it a comparison. But just because I find that it's easier than it ends up looking, doesn't mean it's a great map. Let me just say. So it doesn't really matter where I place this, but I will place it in a spot where I guess it's under camo here, because remember, as I said, there's a small uptime where this thing isn't in range of the village. So I want to show up that, yeah, this is the weirdest defense of all time, but you gotta believe me that it'll work. I definitely wouldn't recommend it on a tougher map, let me just say. I feel like, I don't know. In terms of this on, like, expert maps, like, placement of this tower matters. As you can see, that shot there completely whiffed. Even on a straight line map, this map didn't have good, like, I guess straight lines to shoot down, so you see it's kind of an angle. You kind of have to hope that the ballista attack curves. Sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. I'm not an expert on this tower, so I don't know the exact AI of, like, how the shot tries to seek, if that makes any sense. Yeah, we got more breaching the spike pile, but not to worry. We have our CTA coming up right now, but I don't think that's going to do much, actually, considering this is not really meant for single target damage. We might lose CTA for the most important part. Yeah, we're going to lose CTA and overclock. That's horrible. Horrible, horrible timing. Okay. It's time for Sada to finish then. There we go. Force wipes. And damn, that's clean. I love the change where you now get 2 wrap rounds before level 20. Before it'd just be a huge power spike at 20. But now it's more gradual, because it went from 1 spike to 3. But now it's 1, 2, 3. A small buff that you could say flew under the radar. And now for 98 here, I think it takes the middle Yeah, the middle column. We should save the called arms for the last 20 seconds, or when this thing gets pierce capped. I'd say now. Let's have 150 pierce shots now. And I guess we get sword. Yeah, we should probably sword charge. It seems to be being overwhelmed. Hell, even with called arms, that's crazy. That might do with the fact that we don't have Orfbach on it. So kind of a bad combo. Yikes, yikes, yikes. How healthy is our perma spike pile? I think healthy enough that we don't really have to worry. Right? Nah, I can buy first strike next round if I have to. So I'm just gonna hold on to it right now. Tank all. We're at 1.1 million damage on the discount, or the expertise. Also, I just realized I don't know why I skipped discount. I could have gone discount this game, because since DTs were an issue, these things didn't have to see camo. My bad, my bad. Okay, just one quick test though. If I don't get called or first strike, can I still beat this round, or are we still cooked? Low key. We may not be cooked. Nice. Saved an extra 15,000 there for the flex of not needing a first strike. And I would say overall, pretty clean run. Again, I don't know if that's because expertise is pretty solid tower or the fact that I overestimate difficulty of this map, but I'll let you decide. All in all, a welcome buff, and if you made it to the end, thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't to catch more videos. Bye-bye.